The last couple of weeks have been extremely strenuous on my mental health. For someone who had always thought that they were on top of their game and that nothing would make them even flinch, every single thing came crumbling down in 48 hours. A quarter-life crisis perhaps. My thoughts coupled with my environment pushed me towards existential dread, and I ended up doubting every single decision I'd taken. It felt like I was living a lie. Virtues, values, moral systems, beliefs, my identity, the surrounding reality, everything was under question. This was followed by clouded thinking, extreme anxiety, self-doubt, self-hate, loss of appetite, sleep deprivation, you name it. What do you do at times like these? How do you even function? Where do you even find answers to these existential questions of what life meant, what my purpose was, what do I want from my life, from my relationships? How do I even make sense of the present, let alone what lies ahead? I felt very lost and hopeless at this point. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. This had been the worst I'd ever felt in the 25 years of my existence, and I knew I had to figure this out at the earliest, else the pain would devour me. But I had faith in myself, so I went searching. I ended up reading tons of articles, books, watched videos on the works of Jung, Nietzsche, Peterson, Brucker and other philosophical folks in my attempts to make some sense of this predicament. They all pointed towards one single direction, inwards. A psychological rebirth was required to produce this, perhaps new integrated sense of self. To make sense of my present, I had to unravel my past, so I sat for 5 continuous days and wrote about 30,000 words. An autobiography of sorts of every major event that I could recollect which might have had some influence in the way I function today. 30,000 words comprising of the lies I had told myself, the lies I told others, the outdated behavioral patterns I was seeing, extreme social conditioning, inner conflicts, morality issues, my capacity for evil, emotional neglect, suppression and repression of my sexual urges, my human nature, feelings of love, hate, jealousy, anger, shame, guilt, loneliness, sadness, as they continue to tower in my unconscious. All just to paint the best, happiest, most saintly picture of myself to society in the quest of being seen as nothing short of perfect. 30,000 words sending chills down my spine, as cathartic as anything could ever be. Goosebumps and tears accompanied revelations as I felt a sense of relief that there was light at the end of the tunnel, that I was going to be fine after all. I made a note of these epiphanies to perhaps guide me in living a more meaningful life ahead. I wanted to share this with you guys, so here it goes. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Understand the repercussions of telling the truth and say it in the kindest way to get the point across. Do the right thing when no one is looking. Keep your word when the situation demands and understand when you don't need to. And to be true to yourself at the end of the day and not bother about everyone's opinion, including that of society. To express your feelings, fears, thoughts and share them even if they seem to be negative. Know that it is not weak to show emotions. To take time to process your emotions and not suppress them. Learn to integrate them. Sometimes fake it till you make it may be very harmful without due processing, especially when it comes to emotions. The story you tell yourself is very important. Watch carefully what you feed your brain. Feed it enough lies and it won't be able to tell the truth. Pain, processing, healing is a process of your own and has no fixed time. Don't cave into the pressure. Take your mental health seriously, very seriously. Check in with yourself often, journal, meditate, whatever works for you. You are not perfect. You don't have to act or be perfect. Everyone has their own problems to worry about, and it is okay to have flaws. Be kind to others and do not judge them. You may never understand the gravity of their situation. Don't hesitate to make amends wherever needed. Treat life like a game of adaptation, of trial and error, of learning and unlearning, of chaos and order. Stop overthinking and go on with the decision that feels true, serves you the best now, and give it your best. You do not have to have all the answers now. In committing to a decision, you lose, and in not committing, also, you lose. So accept uncertainty and change with open arms and get out of that comfort zone. Do not anchor and live life from set situations or defining moments, be it good or bad. You risk basing your identity upon it. You can be regretful, but you shouldn't be resentful or bitter. Learn, adapt, digest, process, and integrate, and keep moving on through these experiences. Change is the only constant. Update yourself accordingly. Life will not wait for you. Don't be afraid to take space on this planet. You are deserving of love. You do have needs. Accept and address them. Don't suppress them. Understand what you have and what you need, and really assess greediness over here. Check your confidence. Know when it becomes arrogance. Power really corrupts. Realize that you are capable of evil, and only a thin line of morality separates a good person from a bad person. Make sure you have your values, your morals decided. Be clear and as precise as you can with your speech when you talk to others and yourself. Do not just vomit what you ingest. Critical thinking is of paramount importance in forming an identity, in forming views, in forming opinions. So ensure that you educate yourself and then take a stand. Don't conform to your environment's opinions. Listen and be open to differing views and opinions. Do not close yourself to these. Know when you're wrong and be humble enough to accept it. I felt that for most part of my life I was in control of it, that I was consciously taking decisions, but my analysis of it proved me wrong. As I make peace with this fact, I can't wait to experience life through this new sense of self. Here's to improving and accepting myself every day on this incredible journey called life. As Carl Jung once said, no one should deny the danger of the descent, but it can be risked. No one need risk it, but it is certain that someone will, and let those who go down the sunset way do so with open eyes, for it is a sacrifice which daunts even the gods. Yet every descent is followed by an ascent. The vanishing shapes are shaped anew, and the truth is valid in the end only if it suffers change and bears new witness in new images, in new tongues, like new wine that is put into new bottles. Take care.